Welcome to the deep dive. We've got a stack of sources here about an online retailer. You might have seen Ellen James Boutique. That's ellijamesboutique.com.
Right. They present themselves as very modern, elegant, high-end fashion.
Yeah, and supposedly based in the U.S., Boston and New York, they claim.
But then you see these massive discounts. We're talking 60%, sometimes even more off.
Which feels odd, right? That's the contradiction we need to explore. Is it legit? Maybe a huge clearance?
Or is it something else?
Hmm.
That's the mission today. Dig past the slick website and see if Ellen James is really what it claims to be. Legit or, well, potentially a scam.
Okay, so let's start where it often hurts first, the customer experience. The feedback isn't just bad, it's pretty terrible.
Yeah, Trustworthy gives them 1.9 out of 5. That's really low. And almost all the recent reviews, 1 star.
Ouch. What are people actually saying in those reviews? Is there a pattern?
Oh, absolutely. A very clear pattern. People consistently report the clothes are made from, thin, cheap material.
Nothing like the pictures online, I bet.
Exactly. Completely different stitching. Sometimes the color is way off. The fabric feels wrong. Think shiny polyester instead of advertised silk or cotton.
That classic online shopping disappointment, but maybe worse.
Seems like it. And get this, the sightings. Is apparently all over the place. We saw complaints where a medium was smaller than an extra small should be.
Okay, that's not just a small error. That's fundamentally broken sizing.
Right. And then if you try to return this stuff, because obviously it's not what you ordered, good luck.
The return nightmare. Tell me about it.
Buyers consistently said getting a refund was extremely difficult, sometimes impossible. Returns just flat out denied. Or maybe they'd offer a tiny partial refund.
So basically you're stuck with junk you didn't want.
Pretty much. It feels designed to make you just give up.
This brings us to that location claim, Boston and New York. Seems hard to run such a, let's say, difficult return process from major U.S. cities.
Well, about that, we found a really crucial complaint filed with the Better Business Bureau, the BBB. It confirmed that the packages weren't coming from Boston or New York at all. They were shipped directly from China.
There it is. So the U.S. headquarters claim is just facade.
It certainly looks that way. It fits a common pattern, deceptive drop shipping. They never touch the inventory. They take your order, pass it to a supplier in China who ships it directly to you.
But why the fake U.S. address? Just to seem trustworthy.
Exactly. It builds trust, makes you feel safer ordering, and maybe it helps justify prices that are higher than you'd expect for something shipped directly from an overseas factory. Plus, it hides the long shipping times initially.
So it's a deliberate strategy to mislead about the origin and likely the quality you can expect. How does this hold up technically? Do scam detectors flag it?
They do. Scam Advisor and Scam Duo both give the site very low trust scores. Big red flags for them are things like hidden ownership info. You can't easily tell who's actually running the site.
No transparency.
None. And no verified business details. If a company is hiding who they are and where they really operate, that's always suspicious.
You also mentioned something about how long they've even been around.
Yeah, this is really telling. When the domain registration was checked, ellijamesboutique.com was only 4 months old.
4 months? That's incredibly new for an established-looking brand.
Precisely. And it's typical for these kinds of operations. Set up shop, make quick sales with huge discounts, maybe fulfill some orders with cheap goods, and then disappear.
Before the negative reviews completely tank them or authorities catch on.
Right. They might just relaunch under a new name later. It's a kind of burn and churn model.
Okay, so let's summarize this for you, the listener. The picture seems pretty clear, doesn't it?
Yeah, the evidence points strongly towards Ella and James Boutique being a risky proposition. Items might arrive, but likely poor quality, not as advertised.
Returns are difficult, maybe impossible, and the whole U.S.-based company thing seems deceptive with goods actually coming from China.
So caution is definitely advised, but we know those discounts are tempting.
Right. So if someone still wants to try, what's the absolute minimum safety advice?
Based on our sources. Number 1, absolutely use a payment method with strong buyer protection. A credit card is usually best because you can dispute the charge if things go wrong.
Don't use a debit card or direct transfer.
Definitely not. And number 2, start small. Really small. Buy maybe one cheap item first, see what actually shows up, how long it takes before you even think about spending more money.
Test the waters with minimal risk. Treat it as highly speculative.
Exactly. Given that 4-month lifespan finding, you have to assume it might not be around long.
Which leads to a final thought, doesn't it? With these kinds of sites popping up, offering massive deals, looking legit on the surface, but being so short-lived and potentially deceptive.
Yeah. How do you as a shopper actually build trust with any new online retailer you stumble across these days, especially when the deals look too good to be true?
That's the challenge, isn't it? Knowing who to trust online now?